Jeff's Barler clips, HFY Sci-Fi novels, comics and much more. For more amazing content, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on for updates, and feel free to comment down below your favorite part of this story. Titanium Force 1. A New Journey Unfolds, Chapter 1, Part 3. Sennacherib continued, "My men are looking for you, and if they don't report back to me in the next 5 minutes that you've surrendered yourself, things will get messy up here." And like that, things went silent for Joseph. Oh no, what I'm gonna do? Joseph was in a dilemma, but he knew that if Sennacherib gets a hold of the T-Ag formium, it would be the end of everything. Pull it together, Joseph, you can do this. So, Joseph made up his mind. He unlocked the vault, which opened slowly while spewing out smoke. Inside was a cold and dark room that was illuminated by a light in the middle beaming down onto a capsule that had a blue scanner on it. Joseph walked in, placed his hand on the blue scanner, which identified his imprint. Then, it slowly opened and smoke came out. Inside was a green and yellow vest with a blue disc-shaped piece of high-tech in the center. When Joseph put the vest on, he lifted his hand and placed it on the disc that was in the middle of his chest. Suddenly, the disc powered up and started making a charging up sound with a brilliant glow of blue that beamed out and soon glowed into a bright white light while Joseph closed his eyes to begin the transformation. "You want to fight Sennacherib? You're gonna get one." Meanwhile, in the warehouse-sized hangar. "Come on men, move it. These crates aren't gonna load themselves." The NTDP soldiers managed to load most of the T-Ag formium in the ACTC and started to lift off. "Ground to ACTC Dragonfly, you are clear for takeoff." "Roger that." The pilot of the ACTC named Dragonfly replied. "You'll be escorted by 3 Stingers. Be prepared for an ambush outside and take evasive maneuvers. Once you're in the clear, get out of here fast and meet up at the rendezvous point." Stingers are small attack hovercraft that are each manned by 1 man. Stingers have a very slender and narrow body shape. Though very small and lightly armored, Stingers have extreme maneuverability, more agile than the Black Knight's Ravagers. They too are equipped the same as the ACTCs, such as streamlined plasma, light-duty plasma bombs, compact T-Ag formium drive core, light-duty energy shielding, and prototype cloaking. Understood. ACTC Dragonfly to Stingers 32, 4, and 66. Do y'all read? Yep. Roger. Loud and clear. Alright. Now go full speed and no letting back, we don't know what we're gonna run into outside. Be sure to activate your cloaking and radar jammers, at least we'll have half a chance. You got that right. The moment Dragonfly lifted off and started heading towards the exit, Stingers 32, 4, and 66 were already ahead of him. The moment they exit the hangar, swarms of Black Knight Ravagers were circling the outpost above them. "Whoa, that's a lot of flyers," Pilot 66 said, looking up. "Move it. Full speed. Rendezvous point is a 100 miles due south. Don't draw any attention." Meanwhile, back in the hangar, another aerial combat troop carrier or ACTC full of T-Ag formium and 3 more Stingers just flew out undetected. But suddenly, a group of Black Knight Ravagers found the exit hangar of the outpost and opened fire on all of the NTDP personnel and soldiers inside. Some started to land and dispatch Black Knight soldiers. "Everyone take cover." All of the NTDP soldiers took cover and returned fire behind their ACTCs, Stingers and other forms of cover. Plasma bolts flew on each side as the stronghold for the NTDP soldiers began. Slowly, some of the NTDP soldiers were losing men, but the Black Knights were dropping like flies due to their lack of fire cover. "We need to think of something fast." Meanwhile, in the command center, Ground Unit 3, do you copy? One of the Black Knight soldiers demanded. "What seems to be the matter, soldier? Is there any sign of Joseph or the T-Ag formium?" Sennacherib demanded. "No sir, and for some reason I can't get up with Ground Units 2, 3, or 13. So you're telling me all of those units whom we sent to find Joseph and the T-Ag formium have gone missing?" Suddenly, everyone in the command center was looking down the dark hallway as they heard sounds of screaming and gunfire. "Sennacherib sir. This is Head Captain of Ground Unit 3, we lost contact with the other units and my units are engaging some kind of robot person. We can't stop him, GHA, shush. And there goes Ground Unit 3. We're losing units fast, what do you think it is, Sennacherib sir?" "It's something, or someone." Suddenly, one of the NTDP soldiers being held captive made a smirk which did not go unnoticed by Sennacherib. "Oh man, you shouldn't have done that, Sennacherib. All of you Black Knights are gonna regret what you've done." "Quiet!" A Black Knight soldier yelled, who hit the back of the NTDP soldier with his gun. Sennacherib looked away and walked in front of the dark tunnel and stood anticipating. As seconds went by, the sounds of screams and gunfire got louder. Sennacherib suddenly was in a combat stance. He then pulled an advanced pistol out of his left thigh leg on his war armor. "Take positions now." "Do as Sennacherib said, men." All the Black Knight men took defensive positions aiming their guns at the tunnel except the few who stood guarding the hostages. Suddenly, one of their men was running down the tunnel towards them. "Run!" the soldier yelled. Towards the end of the long dark tunnel, all the Black Knight soldiers and Sennacherib could only see a dark shadow with a blue glowing circle in the middle, a green glowing shaped V-light, and blue fire coming from behind the shadow causing it to hover. GHA! The dark shadow gunned down the Black Knight soldier running down the hallway. "Open fire!" Immediately, all the Black Knight soldiers opened fire at the shadow, who in turn fired back several blue plasma bolts. In seconds, all of the Black Knight soldiers were gunned down except for the ones guarding the hostages. The dark shadow jetted out of the hallway and into the command center. When the light of the fire and the beaming sunlight coming out of the cavity hit the shadowy object, hope and joy filled all of those working for the NTDP. "Oh yeah, who's big now?" one of NTDP soldiers mocked. There hovered a mechanized-shaped person whose futuristic advanced armor had design markings of green and yellow, with a lime green V-shaped visor on its helmet and a blue glowing circle-shaped power core disc in the center of the chest plate. On its back had an advanced jetpack which allowed him to hover, its thrusters spewing out blue flames. The man inside the advanced war armor is Joseph himself. The suite he is wearing is called an armor disc, primarily known for its blue circular-shaped power core in the center powered by T-Ag Formium. Joseph created the armor disc soon after he discovered the morph properties of the T-Ag Chromium, able to convert energy into solid matter. He programmed the T-Ag Chromium to form a solid suite of airtight armor from head to toe. Joseph spoke up. "Let them go, Sennacherib, this is just between you and me." "Why, Joseph, I'm ashamed, you did not live up to my side of the bargain, now let me repay you the favor." Sennacherib aimed his advanced pistol at the hostages. But before Sennacherib pulled the trigger, Joseph aimed his plasma bolt blaster built into his left forearm and fired a plasma bolt out of his forearm at Sennacherib's hand, which knocked the pistol out. "Good shot, Gar!" With full thrust from his jetpack, Joseph hammered himself into Sennacherib across the entire room and into the wall. "And stay down!" Joseph threw a punch, but Sennacherib caught it and looked at Joseph with an evil grin. "Let's dance." Sennacherib activated his war helmet, which beamed out red eyes. Thanks to his armor's enhanced strength, with all his force he grabbed Joseph and threw him back across the entire room. But Joseph recovered while in mid-air by using his jetpack. "Fancy flying, let's see how you hold up." Both of them war cried as they charged at each other. They started to brawl, exchanging punches with sparks spewing out each time their metal armor came into contact with the other, but Sennacherib's experience in hand-to-hand combat overwhelmed Joseph. While the Black Knight soldiers were distracted at the fight, the NTDP soldiers took the opportune time. All of them knocked out and unarmed the Black Knights. This did not go unnoticed by Joseph, who was kneeling down while holding back Sennacherib's punches. "Man, get everyone out now while I deal with Sennacherib," Joseph yelled, which didn't go unnoticed by Sennacherib, who quickly released one of Joseph's arms and whipped out a small missile out of his left forearm and aimed it at the NTDP soldiers, scientists, and other personnel who were trying to escape. No! With quick thinking, Joseph supercharged his plasma bolt blaster on his right forearm. Suddenly, the blue power core disc in the center of Joseph's armor suit began glowing brighter with a charging up sound. "Charge blast now!" Once the charge blast reached max capacity, Joseph released a powerful bolt of energy that violently shot out of his right forearm blaster. The charge blast thrusted Sennacherib across the entire room. Consequently, as Sennacherib was launched into the air, out of reaction, he fired his missile above Joseph's head and into the roof. Oh crap! Suddenly, the roof caved in on Joseph. What will happen next in this story? Look out for the next part. This is Jeff's Bala Clips, and see you in the next video. Take care.